We love you, Dickie.
Thank you. Well, look, long before he was the superstar record producer responsible for a string of massive hits, think Uptown Funk, Valerie and Shallow for starters, he was an in-demand DJ soundtracking people's evenings as they danced the night away in New York City. I am, of course, talking about Mark Ronson, who's put pen to paper to detail the start of his career, cutting his teeth in the DJ booth in the 90s. He joined me for a Brekkie TV exclusive interview to share his favourite memories and explain why he thanks AC/DC for his entire career. Mark, it's lovely to see you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
I should start by wishing you happy birthday.
Thank you. Yes, I hit the big one, 50.
Mark, this is exciting, releasing a book. How does that compare with releasing an album?
There's similarities there. You know, you're sort of putting this thing out into the world that you've worked very hard on and that you love, and you're waiting to see if people like it or not. All my music stuff is so collaborative, you know, when I'm working with artists, Dua Lipa, Lady Gaga, whoever. This is the most solitary experience I've ever had making something, so it really is just me, which I don't know if that makes it feel more like I'm bearing my soul, but I'm very proud of this book and I'm just happy it's out.
This is pre-Gaga, this is pre-Bruno, Barbie, Dua Lipa, all that stuff. You're taking us back to the origins, being a DJ in the wonderful city of New York. What are your strongest memories from that time?
I have so many, but what it is it was this magical time in New York. You know, it was before camera phones and bottle service and VIP, where you really had legends like Jay-Z and Aaliyah in the club rubbing shoulders with normal people. Everybody was together. The dance floors were, it was kind of wild as well. You know, there were incredible nights where, you know, I'd be in my little DJ booth and I would see Mariah Carey and Prince and Jay-Z and all come and party to hear me DJ. And, you know, there was, I was a 22-year-old kid. I got this rush from building people up, the crowd, getting them higher.
You talk about getting hold of AC/DC's Back in Black. Can you relay that experience to us?
That was really one of the moments that set me apart in New York. And one night I got this idea that I had to drop AC/DC Back in Black at the biggest hip-hop party in New York, where Biggie and Jay-Z and Janet Jackson and Mike Tyson all went. Like the kind of place you play the wrong record, you get a bottle thrown at you in the booth, you know? No one played any rock and roll, anything remotely like it. So it was this giant risk. And I had this mix and I set it up and went out of this Biggie song and just dropped it on beat, and there was a split second where the whole club kind of froze, and it was like, but everybody's legs were still moving because it was still on beat and everybody's into it. And by the time the riff came around the second time, the club just erupted. So I have AC/DC to thank for my entire career, I guess is what I'm saying.
I couldn't help but think, you know, Back in Black, Back to Black. I'm sure that's not lost on you either.
No, in fact, I say by accident. I think I confuse them sometimes too.
You were always going to do this one way or another. I love the story of when your mum married the fabulous Mick Jones. Tell us the story, please.
Yeah, you know, it was my mom and stepdad when they got married. My stepdad was, you know, in this great rock and roll band, Foreigner. At one point, the music just stopped and Mick looked at me and said, "Mark, go put something on." And I saw Eric Clapton Timepieces, the best of, and I saw the song Wonderful Tonight. And even in my 10-year-old brain, I was like, this song is appropriate for now. It was my first memory ever from childhood of like, I did something right.
Mick wrote I Want to Know What Love Is for your mum?
Yes, he did, you know, within about a year of meeting her. And Mick was such a huge influence on me, and he would wake me up in the middle of the night when I was 9 years old and play me the new mixes from the new Foreigner stuff, because he liked to get my opinion, and you know, I was in heaven being in our little home studio with him.
Hey Mark, thank you, mate. It's a great honor to meet you.
Thanks so much. Thank you for having me on. It's been a great interview. Thank you.
What a fascinating life he's having, isn't he? He's just a lovely man. Mark's book, Night People, How to Be a DJ in 90s New York City, is out today. It's full of amazing stories. What a
brilliant.
Guy. Yeah.
He's a lovely fella. And look, to all the parents out there, if your kids are 9 or 10, they've either got an ear or they don't.
Yeah.
But encourage them to do it, because DJing, wow, can make them so much money. It's like golf.
Well, there's that too.